What's up, everybody? Last week we got Season 28 of Apex Legends, so today we are ranking the Legends in tiers. Of course, this is just my opinion. Feel free to argue with me in the comments. I'll comment back what I can. Love to do it. Happens every season. I get told not to make these rankings, but I'm going to do it anyways because I like doing it. But before we rank, link down below is going to be my Twitch. If you want to come hang out live, I play Apex, Warzone, new games, single player and multiplayer, and then we do single player Sundays. If you want to come hang out live, Twitch is linked down below. I also have my Twitter, my Instagram, my TikTok, and my single player channel. And if you're into cars, I have my car, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube channel. If you want to support me here, there, or anywhere, it of course is always appreciated. And I will also link this tier maker down below if you want to do it yourself. You just want to play around, I'll link that down below. And as usual, we're going to save S tier for if I think a Legend's really broken. I was gonna add an F tier. We're just gonna leave it down to D tier. I don't know if there's any F Legends, but S tier is gonna be reserved for if I think a Legend's broken. Otherwise, it's A through D. I don't know if there's really any F tier Legends. So, starting off with Alter. Alter, contemplatively, I want to put in S, but I'm just gonna put in A. Now with the hard light and controller Legends can reinforce hard light, and if you have catalyst, you can reinforce doors and reinforce hard light and rebuild doors. It's easier than ever to lock down areas with controller Legends, and instead of breaking the hard light, or if the hard light's reinforced, you can now use Alter to breach, and it helps negate the lockdown abilities of the controller Legend. So Alter is very good in this meta, especially when we have E District with all of its buildings in the map rotation. Then we have Ashe. Ashe has definitely fallen off. I don't think she's a terrible Legend, but just her consistent nerfs the last few seasons have brought her down. You could maybe put her in the bottom of A. I'm going to put her in the top of B for now. Ballistic, I've never been a Ballistic fan. He just feels kind of useless. He got buffed and became meta, and then he got nerfed, and since then he's just kind of useless. He sits down in D. Bangalore, I will never not have in A tier. Unless she gets buffed and broken or severely nerfed, she will never leave at least A tier. And so she's in A tier. Right now, I don't know if she's better than Alter. Like I said, with the introduction of Hard Light, and the buffs for controller Legends the last couple seasons, that really helps Alter a lot. Bloodhound, he's certainly better, but I don't think Bloodhound's that great. I think he's a much better beginner character. And the scans can help your teams open fights, and you can ping the whatever you call the little trackers that show the mantling and the running and bleeding and shooting and all that. You can ping those, and you can get some information from that. And of course, you can scan the recon beacons. But I just think he's more of a beginner's character. He's certainly much better with his buffs. I'm gonna put him. I hate doing this. I'm gonna put him above Ashe. I almost don't want to put him lower in B tier, but his buffs certainly make him a lot better. I really like Catalyst. Catalyst, with the introduction of Hard Light, gives her even more ways to rebuild and lock down and protect areas. I really, really like Catalyst right now. Maybe the best controller Legend in my mind, with her changes and her buffs that she got. I'm going to put her above Bangalore. I really like Catalyst right now. Caustic, he's good at locking down areas. He's actually pretty good at opening pushes and preventing pushes with his ult, but his barrels to an experienced player are just so defeatable when it just takes one bullet in the bottom of the barrel to collapse it. He has the easiest traps to destroy of all of the controller Legends, because it literally takes one bullet, and then once they're active, you can't destroy them, but still. I'm going to put him behind Ashe and Bloodhound. Then we have Conduit, who is my favorite support to play probably, but I don't think she's the best support. I think she's just good. She's not great. I'm going to put her in B tier as well. Then we have Crypto. I am a Crypto hater. I don't know if I'd go as far as hate, but I am certainly a Crypto disliker. I like his ability to be able to grab banners and hit respawn beacons and all that, and hit recon beacons with his drone, and his EMP is really good for opening fights. And so I don't think he's terrible, and his buffs to invisibility was at last season, help him be a lot better. I'm going to put him at the top of B tier. I can't quite put him in A tier. We have Fuse, who got buffed. His knuckle clusters I do think are worse now, although it's nice that you can upgrade. You can use an upgrade to get movement out of them. His ult is definitely different, but with the introduction of Hard Light and the controller Legend buffs recently, and the fact that his ult can even penetrate like a Gibby bubble, I think he is very good right now. I'm gonna put him just behind Bangalore. I think you could switch him in Bangalore easily. Gibby's good. He's fine. His hitbox is too big. His bubble's good when you're open, and his ult's good for shutting down pushes or opening a push. But I just think there's better legends out there. Horizon. I've never been a big Horizon fan. I've tried Horizon. I just do not really like Horizon that much. I think she's all right. I'm just going to stick her at the bottom of B tier. I think Horizon needs kind of a rework. Her ult is just too easy to defeat. Her ult's just not good enough, and you really only have her soft landings and her Q that make her that good. I just don't think she's that great. Then we have Lifeline, who is another really good beginner legend, but a really skilled Lifeline can really make a difference. The Halo's good, although now it's more defeatable by Fuse, but it helps keep fights alive, especially when they're at a distance. And can help you reset fights really quickly. I think Lifeline's very good. I've had for a while. Loba, I love that Loba can help you loot, but now that the dropships are only going to be in the higher ranked tiers, she's less useful to the average player. And she's good at getting away. The looting's good. She's fine. I'm going to put her above Horizon and below Conduit. You could easily switch, I think, these three depending on your playstyle. Then we have Mad Maggie. I am not a big Mad Maggie enjoyer, but her buffs recently have been good. Even though her passive of buffing shotguns when she's holding them is not the best passive in the world, shotguns are the best way to breach hardlight with a gun, so that certainly helps. I don't love her. I don't hate her. She's just going to go in the top of B tier. Then we have Mirage. Mirage is another good support legend. The invisibility stuff is really nice, except for really experienced players. And I mean, I don't know how experienced you want to call me, but I'm 1,400 hours into the game, almost 1,450, somewhere in there. And I still get bamboozled from time to time. I think he's another good, not great legend. I'm going to put him, I don't want to put Ashe behind him. I'm going to put him ahead of these legends here. This list through these three, maybe all five of these, you could really reorder, but I think they're B tier. Then we have Newcastle. I love Newcastle. I think when you really learn to play him, he's among the best legends in the game. And I think he's the best support legend if you're on a really skilled team and you have a Newcastle main. I still think he's the best overall support legend. And he can be very helpful to the team. I'm going to put him right here in A tier. Then we have Octane. A lot of people really like Octane. His buffs definitely helped him a lot, and normally I have him down in like D tier because he doesn't offer that much team utility, although I like that you now essentially get you can have a jump pad that gives your teammates stims when they land. So he's certainly not down in D or F tier. I don't want to put him in C tier. I'm going to put him, even though he doesn't have a lot of team utility, I'm going to put him above Horizon in B tier. Pathfinder, really good for getting around the map. Massive hitbox, but he's really good for rotating. But other than that, I don't think he offers too much. I'm going to just put him somewhere smack dab in the middle B tier. You can really rearrange most of B tier, and I wouldn't argue at all. Rampart, good controller legend. Her walls, especially with the added roof to them, really help you lock down areas. And her ult can be really good. I just don't think she is an amazing legend. I don't think she's anywhere on the level of Catalyst. So I like her more than Caustic, so I'm going to put her right ahead of Caustic. Then we have Rev. Rev's taken some nerfs. He's not a very team-oriented player. He's a very selfish legend. But sometimes it is good to have a fragger on your team. I just don't think he's outstanding. I'm going to put him at the bottom of B. Then we have Seer. I don't love Seer. His buffs made him a little bit better, but I definitely think he's the weaker of the two scan legends. His ult's good for when you're in a fight, especially when you're pushing the fight or someone's pushing you. But I just don't love him. Then we have, why am I blanking on Bow Boy? Sparrow. Sparrow, good. I like that you can scan the recon beacons from a distance. His ult is really annoying, but... And you know, his scans are good for when you're trying to push a fight or someone's pushing you and you're trying to locate them. I definitely think he's a good recon legend, but he's not great. Offers some good team utility. I'm going to put him right behind Loba. Then we have Valkyrie. Valkyrie is great for ranked with her rotations, although jump towers still make them less important. But being able to shoot the rockets from the sky, the scanning, all of that. I really like Valk where she's at right now. I'm going to put her in the bottom of A tier. Then we have Vantage, who is my main. I main Vantage because I think she's a good solo player. You can get in and out of fights quickly. You have a third sniper. You can gather a lot of information with her. But I understand she's not the best legend. I can't put her at the bottom of B tier. I'm going to put her smack dab in the middle of B tier. argue with a wall. I love her. Watson, the only other controller legend that I'm willing to put in A tier. Her pylon is great for holding down an area, plus it gives you shields. Her fences are quick to put up, and they're easy to put in spots where they're hard to destroy. But I'm not absolutely in love with her kit. I think that Catalyst is the best controller legend, and I don't think she quite offers as much for playing as a team that these other legends do. But just like my B tier, you could pretty much reorganize my A tier however you wanted. And then Wraith, I think Wraith is just Wraith. She's just in C tier. I don't know what to do with Wraith. Other than her ult being able to help you get out of an area, I don't think she does that much, and it's so easy to follow Wraith's ult. I just don't think she does that much, and so I'm going to put her in C tier. Overall, other than like Ballistic, I don't think there's any truly bad legends. I don't think there's any crazy broken legends right now. If any legend's the most broken, it's honestly probably Alter, because she kind of negates the whole hard light and controller changes that they've been making over the last couple seasons. But I don't think there's any broken legends. I don't think there's any absolutely awful legends, although I do think Ballistic already needs a full rework. And is he the newest? No, Sparrow's the newest legend. I think he's the second newest legend. So, yeah, he is the second newest legend, and he already needs a rework. But those are my legend tiers. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, especially because we got our short range tiers tomorrow, or our long range tiers tomorrow, or short range tiers after that. But thank you again so much for watching. I will, please also comment down below. God, I don't know why I'm such a mess. Please comment down below what you think of my tier rankings, where I'm right or wrong. We can argue in the comments. You can be that guy, but don't be that guy that says don't ever do this again just because you don't like my opinion, because this is, once again, my opinion. But let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I will see you on World's Edge, Broken Moon, and E-District, which still should be nighttime E-District, whatever. But thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.